Hey guys, what's going on? I have a notepad here. Today I'm going to be talking to you about INFJs, their needs and relationships, and what makes INFJs tick or what makes them dangerous. So, here we have on my notepad, I wrote this out. I'm just going to read it to you before I jump in. INFJs need to understand and know the why behind the why, or they will get upset. In relationships, this means the partner must explain themselves very well, or the INFJ will not only feel unloved, but will find it hard to trust their partner. Emotional connection is important. So I'm going to stop right there and lay this foundation for you. INFJs, I've told you before, need emotional connection, but when they are unable to attain that connection, there's this conflict that goes on. Obviously, we care about other people. We want to make them happy, but because of that, we are constantly putting our own needs and desires off to the side. And I constantly say in my videos, we desire emotional intimacy, crave it. Okay, so I say it so often, but I don't really say why it's so important. And in this video, that's what I'll be talking to you about. When this conflict happens and the INFJ has to put their own desires aside, they're going to try to be as kind and compassionate as possible and try to be understanding of your situation and your circumstance, but they're not telling you they don't want to be understanding right now. They want you to give to them. End of story. No ifs, ands, or buts. You might say, well, what if I'm not feeling like it that day? Doesn't matter. We don't care. Truthfully, we don't care. That's the honest, legitimate truth. We care about you, we care about your circumstance, but we don't care about your reasoning. We don't care about your why. We don't care about your hindrances that are keeping you from giving us what we need. It's not even a want, it's a need. So, in a nutshell, yes, we're understanding because we want other people to be understanding of us and we know that it's required. But the truth and the heart of the matter is we wouldn't be upset if we didn't care. If we cared. If we really cared that much, we wouldn't even be upset. But the reality is INFJs get upset when this need goes unmet. Why? The answer, I skipped a paragraph. INFJs are very peculiar creatures. Their need for understanding people is rooted in their desire to help people. So what do you think happens in a relationship where the INFJ wants to meet the needs of their partner, but doesn't understand why their partner is angry, upset, depressed, frustrated, calm, rational, objectively minded, carefree, adventurous, the list goes on and on. What do you think happens when an INFJ can't understand why their partner behaves the way that they do or feels the way that they do? The answer? Anger. Yep, that's right. INFJs become angry when they do not understand another person. This is not because the INFJ need to understand people. This is because, again, the INFJ's need to understand people comes from their desire to help, and when that desire cannot be met, it creates tension in our bond with others. It's not a want, it is a need. When an INFJ can't serve another person, they become dissatisfied, and in a relationship, this surfaces oftentimes as anger, because the INFJ cares so much and doesn't want to just give up, but has no solution, no way out of the frustration they feel because of another person, no way to resolve the conflict, no way to get their own needs met, no way to meet the needs of another person. They are stuck loving you. They are stuck putting you first. They are stuck giving in to their selfless nature. Their needs go unmet. And by the time their needs finally come to the table, they've been frustrated and angry and upset for so long, they don't even remember what needs need met. And if they did remember, their heart is so frustrated and embittered, it would take probably an hour just digging through their own emotions, picking themselves apart to get back to the place where they were. Put simply, when your emotions are withheld or conversations withdrawn, the INFJ can become territorial and pushy, insisting the other person opened up and talk to them. Yes, that is correct. That is why INFJs say, talk to me. Please talk to me. No, you can trust me. Why don't you talk about it? And INFJs are trying to get their needs met because they go unmet so often, so frequently, because people want to clam up like a shell and not be honest with themselves and their vulnerabilities, and they think that if they have to get themselves together before they can walk and talk with another human being, and it's all ridiculous. And before you know it, everyone's alone and isolated, and they all go numb, and the INFJs are bitter. then you have a bunch of mean, unhealthy people in the world. And INFJs can't do anything about it because they still can't love people because everyone's heart is closed off, so we can't help them. What do you know? And for that reason alone, it is very difficult for an INFJ to even come forward and tell you that they're upset. Most people don't want to talk about it, but you have to. For an INFJ, if you're dating one, if you're married to one, you can't hold back. If you do, there are going to be consequences. The reason INFJs are so apt to say, you can trust me, talk to me, is because they're trying to find out the why behind the behavior. In a relationship, an INFJ can seem genuinely withdrawn and far off at times, and they're offered to be there when the other person wants to talk, but the truth is they're only trying to be understanding. On the inside, they're already furious with you that you've withheld your entire self from them in the first place. Understand this. Understand this. In a relationship, any refusal to share your entire self is considered betrayal to the INFJ, and they will begin to distance themselves from you, trust you less, and if you're not quick to fix the situation, they will disappear into the gray. They will not initiate conversations with you or respond to your conversations with them, and if they do, it will be very brief. They will not put their heart into it, and you won't even feel like you know them anymore, and they're not even the same person. I am warning you. If you are in a relationship with an INFJ, you must be authentic, true to yourself, and honest with the INFJ about all of your scars, or they will eventually leave you, and if they don't, they'll wish that they had. All right, guys, that was the short essay that I wrote. I hope that was informative. I hope that it helped you. This has been a short, brief video, but I'd hope to hear what video topics you'd like me to cover. And to do that, you have to comment in the comment section below. So comment your thoughts below, and I will see you next time.